Get ready for the week of May 12th. Here's what's going to happen. Hello, hello, hello. Thank you for watching the Manifest on Purpose show. I am your host, Kimbaley, and we're going to have the weekly wisdom today. Thank you so much for joining me. Thank you for all of those you invited. Thank you for liking this video, sharing it, and subscribing here and on the website. We're going to get right into that weekly wisdom, but first, let's find out what the Astro-Numerology forecast is for today, and that forecast is courtesy of Astro-Numerologist Lloyd Strayhorn and the Star 8 mobile numerology app. It is Monday, May the 12th. The sun is in Taurus. The moon is in Scorpio. It's a 5 universal month, a 7 universal week, an 8 universal day. If you do nothing else today, start this day off on a creative, ambition, and determined note to succeed in whatever it is you wish to attempt. Allow no one or nothing to stand in the way of your intentions, but rather move forward with all the expectations of what it is you wish to accomplish before the day is over. If you can maintain that attitude from start to finish today, you should be more than pleased with the outcome as a result. In the process, look for a Capricorn, an Aquarius, a Libra, or anyone born on the 8th, the 17th, or 26th of the month to help bring this about. And this is today's Astro-Numerology forecast, courtesy of Astro-Numerologist Lloyd Strayhorn. And you can get that forecast on a star 8, ASTAR, the number 8.com. You can also download it on Google Play and the App Store, or you can go to linktr.ee/numbersanyou. And I must add that this is a great addition to the weekly wisdom for the week, because you can find out what the daily forecast is numerically. And if you do download the app, you can also know each day what the forecast will be like for you. Now let's get into the weekly wisdom. I'm going to tell you what the weekly wisdom is for those who may be coming in for the very first time. The weekly wisdom is where we find out what the focus for the week is. We find out what the energetic expression of the week is and what we can expect for the rest of the week. And it gives us tips and suggestions on how to move through the week. I do this using oracle cards, and also I use the numerology on the card to help determine the message for the week. I do a universal reading first, and a universal reading is just as it sounds. It's a reading for everybody. And then I read the birthday numbers from 1 to 9 and the master numbers 11 and 22. That's a recent addition. If you want to know what your birthday number is, your birthday number is simply the day that you're born on. If it's a single digit day, that day would be your birthday number. So if you're born on January the 4th, then your birthday number would be a 4. But if you have a double digit number, you would have to reduce it according to the phatic system in numerology. So if you are born January 13th, you would add 1 plus 3 to equal 4 and get that down to the single digit of 4, and that will be your birthday number. So I read the cards for each number, and it lets you know what you can expect for the week and the energy that we will be feeling and what you will be feeling for the week. Also, after that, I will summarize the weekly wisdom, and after that, we will hear an affirmation for the week. So, first, I'm going to let you know what decks I'll be using. It's just a habit, I always do it. I like people to be in the know. I'm going to be using the Wisdom of the Oracle by Colette Baron Reed, and I use that for the initial reading. And I also have a deck that I use for advice. And this is just after you get the original message, this will give you advice on how to deal with that message. And this is the Trust Your Vibes deck by Sonia Chocolate. So we're going to start with the universal reading, the one that is for everybody. And I usually just give the cards one big shuffle to keep all of the cards from continuing to fall on the floor. And I just pull from the deck. I hope everybody had a great week last week. And to all the mothers, I hope you had a wonderful Mother's Day. Please, in the comment section below, let me know if anything resonates with you. And if something does resonate deeply with you, you can go to Kimbaley, KIMBALEY.com, and there you can book a more in-depth reading. Okay, I'm finished with that deck. And so we're going to go to our first card. This is so exciting. Oh, this is the Observer card. And this is the number 13 card, 13-4 card. And the energy that I'm feeling is work right now. The energy that I'm feeling is it may be a whole lot of things going on around you. And before I even get into that, let me just say that this is the cornerstone card because this is important. The very first card that I pull is the cornerstone card. And what that simply means is that this card will have an impact on the rest of the reading. So we got the 49 card that reduces to the 13, which reduces to the 4, and it's the observer card. This right here is saying, the energy that I'm hearing is mind your business. This right here is saying that there's work that you're doing right now. There's something that you're working on. It's a project. I don't know what it is. You're building something at this moment. And at this time, it's time for you to not be paying attention to what's going on around you and just sit back and observe and put your focus or let your focus stay on your business, your work, and what you're doing. And what I'm hearing is something that my mom taught me when I was young. You see and you don't see. Sometimes you may see things that are going on around you, but you need to understand that there's more to be focused on right there in your own backyard. So this right here is saying, do what you got to do, observe it. You see it, but you don't see it. And sometimes this could be things that are popping up in your life that may be causing you problems or maybe mentally getting to you. This is saying pull back right now. Focus on what you're doing. Sometimes when you're busy on something, especially when it's something that's about to be big, because this is the energy that I'm feeling, because in this, it's like this little fox here has a telescope looking up at the moon. So it's something big that you're working on. And right now, there's a lot of things that may be trying to get your attention. But don't worry about those things. Just observe those things for this time period right here and focus on your business. Focus on your work. Okay, and we're going to go to the next card, a change in the wind. And the energy that I'm feeling, this is the 12-3 card, a change in the wind. The energy I'm feeling is like things like the mood may be shifting up a little bit. And I'm not just talking about in general. It could be something like the people that you're dealing with at this point. It could seem that they're changing up on you, or you had a situation that was working out fine for you. And at this moment, it seems to not be going as fine as what you really thought it would be. Things are changing or seems to be changing in your life. But with this 3 card here, it's telling you to be optimistic. It's telling you to continue to focus on that grand plan that we talked about in that first card. Because just because it seems like everything around you is shifting doesn't mean that it's something wrong with you. It may just mean that you're moving on to another level and things don't look the same up high as it did when you were below. So maybe that's why things seem different to you. This also says pay attention to the people that are around you, and this is saying that people may try to take advantage of you. People may see that you're trying to come up, and people may see that you are doing something better or greater for your life. And they might try to tag along with you to see what they can get out of the deal. But as the first card said, take your attention off that. Just protect yourself and stay focused on what you're doing. And this is the 28 card, and 28 reduces to 1. And this card says building blocks. And that is so interesting because this being number 1 card, and the number 1 card is also interchangeable with the number 4 card. So when we talk about that number 4 card, and especially when I think about the 1 and the 4 together, I'm thinking about the 4 is building. And the number 1 to me in this reading, it talks about something new. So it's like you're building something new for yourself. And things may seem different. And I'm going back to that change in the wind card because this is different from you. This is different for you, very different for you, because you're building something that you have not built before. But the energy I'm feeling is just make sure that your foundation is strong at this point. And the only way that you can make sure that your foundation is firm and make sure that your foundation is steady is by focusing on the work at hand. And let me tell you about number 4. Number 4, that is that builder card. That is that hard worker card because it's ruled by Saturn. Saturn talks about hard work. Saturn takes a lot of time, because you're not just obtaining or achieving something. You're working towards it. You're building it. And that's what building is. When you build something great, it takes time. I know this one place that I was in, and the place costed millions of dollars to build. And it took them a very short period of time to build this place. But within a couple of months or so, you could already see that there were problems in that foundation because they were trying to build it too big. The energy that I'm feeling is take your time. Take your time. Don't rush it. Don't rush it. And co-create. And that's a number 4 card. This energy that's coming from this reading right here is saying that you got something big to build. Everybody's got something big to build. And this is the week right here for people to start building. So if there's plans that you have been putting aside for a long, long time, this is the week for you to start dragging those plans back out and start building on those plans, even if it's just your ideas, even if you're jotting down stuff on a piece of paper. That is setting an intention. That is starting this process of co creation. And co creation requires you to be involved. And so, if you're looking for a time to get started doing something, this is the week to get started. So I'm looking for a lot of people that are going to be building something good this week. And it's going to be people that's going to be building stuff that's going to become a legacy, things that are going to last for a long, long time, things that are going to help other people out. This is the week to get started. Like I said, even if it's just about writing things down, you're putting it into existence. You're building the foundation. And I'm going to go to the Trust Your Vibes deck so I can pull an advice card for the universal reading. So the question is, and I want you to put it in the comments section, what are you building this week? What is that idea that you've been waiting on that you will be putting into action this week? The key here, the number 2 card is here, and it's telling you to get grounded. And by this being a 2 card, I'm hearing give yourself grace. Be compassionate to yourself. Get grounded, because what I'm feeling is you say so many things that you can't do, and you don't even realize that what you're doing is you're hurting yourself. That's negative self talk, to talk about what you cannot do. This is saying give yourself grace, be more compassionate to yourself, ground yourself. This is the time for you to do that. Now we're going to move on to the birthday number. So if you're born on the 1st, the 10th, the 19th, or the 28th of the month, or you come under the signs of Leo or Aquarius, you are a number 1. And your card is the 2 card. And that doubles down on that energy of being compassionate. You got the yin card, and it is a number 2. And that's why I said it doubles down on that being compassionate. And when we talk about number 2 too, even with that last card, it speaks about patience. And I said patience before we even got to those 2 cards. So this talks about being patient with yourself, being compassionate with yourself. And also, number 1, be compassionate of others. A lot of times we get so tied up in what we're doing that we kind of dismiss people and don't even realize that it's happening. So this is saying be careful, be more sensitive to the needs of others. And also here, listen to your intuition. Take a softer approach to things. Take a softer approach to life and listen to your intuition. That's what I'm feeling for you, number 1. And you got the number 11 card, which means play. And this is significant because 11, 1 plus 1 is 2. There's that 2 again. What I'm feeling for you, number 1, is you need to be so nice to yourself. Sometimes you can expect so much because you're used to always coming in first and you're used to always being on it. But at this time, you need to be more loving to yourself. Speak positive things to yourself and make sure that you're having fun because hard work sometimes it's gets you so caught up that you forget all about having fun. But this is about time for you to let go and have fun. And when we talk about sensitivity and especially intuition, those things require you to be in those higher vibrations, to be happy, to be in those periods where you're feeling good. And a lot of that comes from play, and that's how you're able to tap into the source. That's how you're able to tap into those sides inside of yourself, the creative sides that you really need to help you build this project that you're building because it's going to take more than hard work. You have to balance it out. A little bit of work, a little bit of play. Now we're going to go on to the number 2, born on the 2nd, the 11th, the 20th, or the 29th of the month, or come under the sign Cancer. You are a number 2, and your card is the 42-6 card. And this card is chop wood. And just to give you a little backstory on chop wood, chop wood is really hard work. Down in the southern states, a lot of times they chop wood when they got something heavy on their mind because it's hard work and it kind of gets whatever is bothering them or bugging them off their mind. So what this is saying for you, number 2, is you feel like you're busy during this time period right here. And it may be busy serving somebody else, or may be busy teaching somebody else, may even be busy in your family life or in your home life. And sometimes you feel like you need a break. But this card is telling you to continue because sometimes when we continue to work, it may look like we're not making any progress, but then in a little while we look back and we are like, wow, did I do all of that? This is saying just continue to work. Take time to rest as needed, but at the same time, don't stop doing what you're doing because what you're doing is going to be successful, even though it may not look like it now. Every little thing is going to add up. That's what I'm hearing. Everything is going to add up. So continue to work. And your advice card is make a note of it. 34-7. This is a 7 card. This is going back to being the observer. This is saying that everything that you're doing, make sure that you document it because you may need this project for something else. You may want to build something else and you need to know what made me so successful the first time. Or you may even want to teach somebody else how to do it. So make sure that you document your progress. It's not for everybody else to know what you're doing. Keep that to yourself, but at the same time, make sure that you're documenting it so in case you need it for another day, you'll have it. And now we're going to go on to the number 3, born on 3rd, the 12th, the 21st, or the 30th of the month, or come under the signs of Pisces or Sagittarius. You are a number 3. 51-6 card, and you got the milk and honey card. And this right here is saying that it's already in the bag. What you're building is already coming together. Everything is going to work out fine for you. I feel like there may be some kind of breakthrough this week that's going to let you know that you're on the right track. You know how sometimes you may be thinking to yourself, am I on the right path? And we're talking about the number six here. And the thing about the number six that a lot of people don't talk about is that the six is also an intuitive number. So you may ask yourself this week, or you may have been asking yourself, if I'm on the right track, show me a sign. And I feel like if this could be the sign right here, the milk and honey, letting you know that no matter what you feel like, no matter what things seem like around you, things are beginning to prosper in your life. And it's about to start showing up for you. And you will see a sign. This can be one sign, but there may be other signs that come up for you this week to let you know that you are indeed on the right track. And it's going to be something that you're not even expecting. And this right here is the Learn card. This is the 19-1 card. And this is saying that you have to learn everything that you can from this experience that you're going through. And I'm hearing that that's why that things had to be the way that they have been so far for you, is because there's something for you, something that you were meant to learn out of this process. But now it's at that point where you have learned whatever it is that you need, and things are about to open up for you. So this is going to bring about some newness in your life. This is going to bring about some, I'm hearing, satisfaction in your life. So I don't know what this may be about, but expect some news this week, or something this week that's going to let you know that you are on point. And we're going to move on to the number 4 card, born on the 4th, the 13th, the 22nd, or the 31st of the month, or come under the signs of Aquarius or Leo. You are a number 4. This is the 23-5 card. And this card talks about peace. And this is saying you've already created the foundation, because in this card is showing the picture of an egg. You've already planted the seed. It's already happening. You've planted the foundation. It's time for you to begin to be at peace with yourself. If there's any chaos in your life right now, what you need to do is balance that out with peace. And with this number 5 here, it could be a time for you to journal. It could be a time for you to get into some communication. You could be speaking to other people, or you could be getting in information. But when this information comes in, you need to make sure that you're in a place, a peaceful place, so that you can be able to accept the wisdom that's coming into you. So the energy that I'm feeling is that someone is going to bring you some key features that's going to help you, some key information that's going to unlock the door for some of the things that you have been waiting on. But you're going to have to be at peace with yourself to be able to accept this, to be able to allow this information to come into your life. And it's a team effort. And this is the 3710 card, which goes to the 1 card. And what this energy is saying is that sometimes you have to understand that even though number 4, you may like to do it all on your own, sometimes you may have to call in for help. Sometimes you may need other people to come in and help you out, because it's a team effort sometimes. But the energy I'm feeling is you have to make sure that these people that come into your life, these people that you trust and rely on, are trustworthy, and reliable. So we're going to move on to the number 5, born on the 5th, the 14th, the 23rd of the month will come in the sign of Gemini or Virgo. You are a number 5, and your card is Y. And this is the 31-4 card. This means that you need to reevaluate your why. You need to redefine your why. You are wondering, why is it that you're building what you're building in the first place? Maybe you're building something that somebody else told you you should be building. Maybe you're not as passionate about what you're building as you were when you initially came up with the thought. You need to know, why are you building it? Because it makes no sense to build it halfway up, number 5, and then to have to come in and start all over again because you determine that this is not even what you want anymore. And that's the energy that I'm feeling. It's like you don't know if you want this thing or not anymore. It's been a while since you've been building on this thing, and we're in a 9 universal year. So it's time for you to figure out, why are you continuing to build on this thing? Is it worth your time to continue? Or is this something you should let go of? Hmm. So this week, you should be asking yourself, number 5, why are you building it? And the energy that I'm feeling is that you have the tendency to do that. Like, you'll get many foundations going at one time, and you lose passion in one to get started on another, and you lose passion in that, and you get started on something else. But what this energy is saying, that you need to redefine your why and decide what it is that you should really be building at this time. And the advice card is the 18-9 card, and it says mentors and role models. So, whatever you're building in your life, whether it's an actual building, maybe even a business, who knows, maybe a relationship, a friendship, no matter what it is that you're building, that this card touches on for you, you need to make sure that you have mentors and role models, people who have achieved some of the things that you would like to achieve, to help guide you. Because sometimes the energy I'm feeling is, what's really happening is, the problem is you have a problem maintaining your focus. Remember that very first card says, sit back and observe. Be focused on the work that you're doing, but you're having a hard time trying to focus. But if you have role models and mentors there to help guide you, then they can help keep you focused, number 5. So focus on those people that you think would make a huge impact on doing that for you. Perhaps you can even get an accountability partner. So we're going to move on to the number 6, born on the 6th, the 15th, or the 24th, or come under the signs of Libra or Taurus. You are a number 6, and you are blessed. This is the blessed card. This is the 22-4 card. You are the master builder. This card right here says is, you know exactly what you're doing, and you know exactly where you need to be headed to next. This right here is saying that things are looking good for you. If you're looking for a sign of whether this thing, whatever it is that you're going through in your life, is going to pan out for you, okay, this is saying you're going to be very much surprised, because this is not just saying that you're the builder. This is saying, number 6, that you're the master builder. But you need to be careful with this number 6, because The number 6 is the opposition to the 4, which 22 adds up to. 2 plus 2 is 4. So this right here is saying that there may be some times that you want to do things outside of the box, or you want to do things exactly the way that you want for them to go, but at the same time there's a need for you to be more grounded, more structured in what you're doing. So this is paying attention to being more grounded about what you're doing, your ideas. Sometimes your ideas can escape you. So make sure that there's a perfect balance right there. You can do things outside of the box, but at the same time, you can follow guidelines as well, because that's also a part of the number 4, being in order. So this is like, check yourself on that. Is everything ordered? Everything in its right place? Make sure that that is okay, and make sure that you take your time and be patient. The advice card for you is time for crayons, and this is a number 6 card. And this right here is significant for you. This is saying that don't be afraid to use your creativity. You need to begin to start using your creativity into what you're doing, because this can lead things or take things into the next level. And this can be in any area of your life. This can be in the home, it can be in relationships, it can be on a job. Whatever it is that you're building, this is saying use and incorporate your creativity into it. And we're going to move on to the number 7, born on the 7th, the 16th, or the 25th of the month, or come under the sign of Cancer. You are a number 7. TikTok. And this is the number 30 card, which adds up to the number 3 card. What I'm hearing for you, number 7, is take your time. Take your time. Don't rush things. And it's just like the example I gave earlier, somebody rushing the foundation, and when the foundation comes together, it doesn't last long because it's been rushed. This is just like when you get a good piece of candy, how you just don't eat it all right away. You gotta savor that thing. So this is saying that every step of what you're doing in your life, you need to savor it. And then that number 3, I don't know why 3 is talking about being optimistic right now, but be optimistic, be happy, be playful, be creative, and savor the moments. That's what I'm hearing. Savor the moments, number 7. And you're going to get instant feedback. You're going to be feeling good in your soul, number 3. And this is the number 9 card. And when I look at the number 9 in this card, in this reading, or with this card, it says to me, wishes fulfilled. So the energy that I'm feeling is that whatever this is that's about to come into fruition for you, it's been something that's been a long time coming. And being that it's been a long time coming for you, it's time for you to savor the moment. Just enjoy it. Don't be analyzing it, because number 7, I know you like to overanalyze. Don't overanalyze this week. Everything that happens, savor it. Count the small wins. That's what I'm hearing. And then we're going to move on to the number 8, born on the 8th, the 17th, or the 26th of the month, or come under the sign of the Capricorn. You are a number 8. And you get the number 7 card, 8. This lets me know that you're doing a lot of thinking at this time. There's some things that you may have been building on or that you wish to build on. But at this point, you're just laying low. And you're doing what that first card told you to do. You're being the observer. You're sitting back and watching. You're making sure that these plans go accordingly. And you already feel that all is well. All is well. And don't be surprised, too, if this week you find out some information that speaks on the progress of what you're doing. It could be something subtle. I'm hearing synchronicity. So pay attention for the synchronicity because deep down inside, you already know that what you're trying to achieve or what you want to come about in your life is already on its way. And I'm not even going to say, I won't say on its way. It's already here because we know with manifestation, it's not coming to you. It's already here. You just have to align with it. But you feel it, number 8. You feel that it's here. And you got the 24/6 card, which tells you to claim your boundaries. This right here is saying that you got that deep knowing about what it is you're supposed to be doing and how you should be building, what you should be building. Don't let no one come in and tell you anything different. Set up your boundaries, number 8. And we're going to move on to number 9. Born on the 9th, the 18th, or the 27th of the month, you are a number 9 or come under the signs of Aries. And you get the 27/9 card. And I like this. It's exchanging gifts. This means, and being the humanitarian that number 9 is, this is no surprise for me, you know. And the thing about this card is letting me know that maybe in some cases you have felt like you have been left out because you have been the one that's always been doing the giving, number 9. But now it's going to be an exchange. Now instead of you being the only one giving, now things will be given to you. And when I say given, I'm not necessarily talking about just monetarily. I'm talking about anything. Your time, your friendship, your love, trust, honesty, loyalty, and the energy is what you give to others is what you will get in return. This is going to be a good week, number 9. And it also says in your advice card, you are the boss. And this is the 12/3 card. And it's saying that doesn't take away who you are when you give, because sometimes people don't like to give because some people may take advantage of it. So they won't give because they don't want people to take advantage of it. And it's interesting that this card comes down to the number 12 card. You know, some people don't want to give because they don't want to be misused or mistreated. But you are the boss. You have to look on the other side of that. And the thing about it is what you do to other people is your karma. What they do to you is theirs. So you be the bigger person, number 9. That's the energy that I'm feeling. And now we're going to move on to the master number 11. So if you're born on the 11th of the month or come under the signs of Leo and Aquarius, then you are master number 11. Fork in the road. And you have the 13 card, which is the 4. And you've got some decisions to make. And what it is, it's about what you're building. What you're building. And when I think about that card first, that talks about your observation in that cornerstone card. So maybe you need to observe your life on a different level or on a deeper level to find out what is it that you need to be building, because this is serious, number 11, because you are the visionary, and you too are the humanitarian. And you need to be thinking about the fact that you're not just building for yourself, you're building for others. So right now, you may feel a little stuck. So, what you need to do is, like I said, you need to go deeper within yourself. And when we break that number 11 down to the number 2, you also need to realize that it may not mean that you're stuck in the fork in the road. It just could be time for you to slow down for a minute. Just because you're not moving as fast as you were before does not mean that you're not moving at all. Maybe this is a rest period and nothing necessarily has to be wrong. So make sure you're looking deeper into yourself to find out what this slow period is all about. Maybe this is that period of patience for you, that period that you should be in waiting, because sometimes you have to step back from that big vision in order to be able to build the smaller things that leads to that big vision. And what your advice card is, sound checking. This is the number 12 card right here. And what I'm feeling is that you have so many people in your ear right now that you may not know which direction to go into. So, really, this means that you really do need to go deeper down inside for some observations so that you can hear yourself and focus on yourself a little bit more. Okay, now we're going to go on to the master number 22. You are master number 22 if you're born on the 22nd, or you come under the signs of Aquarius and Leo. You are a master number 22. And you get the 15-6 card. This is a trip because the 6, the 15-6. No, the 6 got the 22 card. Now the 22 has the 15-6 card. And so the 6 card is going to be an opposition for the number two, but it's a message in a bottle. And the energy that I'm feeling is you need to slow down and listen to spirit. Slow down and listen to spirit. There's things coming in right now. There's instructions that's coming in right now, but right now you're not clearly hearing it because it's there, but you're not paying attention to it. You're not focused. And that's the energy that I'm feeling. It's time for you to begin now to focus on you. That's the message that's in the bottle. This is time for self-focus time. And it has not been happening. It's like you've been focusing on everything else around you. And it's no surprise because when you look at how the number 22 is composed of, it's composed of two twos. So each two represents caring for other people, doing for other people, doing things in groups. So that's double the energy. So what that really is saying that it may be a possibility that you're focused so much on others that you do not have the time to focus on self. And I take that back. You do not make the time to focus on self. But this is very important because if you don't focus on you, you won't be able to focus and care for others. And what your advice card is the number 10. This is significant to you because it's the number 10, the one is interchangeable with the 4. And the 10 card is telling you to remember to breathe. This is how I'm feeling. This is your life. Life is what you make it. You can continue on that hamster wheel, chasing everybody else, or you can remember to breathe. Take that breath and focus on what you're here to do, to be a master builder. And yes, you will be building for other people, but you will also be building for self too. So that is the reading for today. And it was a pretty interesting reading today. And what it was all talking about was observation and building. A lot of people are going to be building great things coming ahead. And the main thing that we can take away from this message is that we need to focus on that in which we're building. We need to make sure that we have everything in order and that we are redefining our why. That for some reason stood out to me because sometimes people can be so focused on the work of it and the building of it that they stop to ask, why am I doing this in the first place? And according to Neville Goddard, the why is so important because the why is what gives you a burning desire. And that burning desire is what makes you go ahead or what motivates you to achieve those things that you want to achieve in life. So it's important to make sure that no matter what is going on around you, you're focused on what you're building and why you're building it. And now let me go on to an affirmation for today. Our greatest weakness lies in giving up. The most certain way to succeed is always to try just one more time. Our greatest weakness lies in giving up. The most certain way to succeed is always to try just one more time. So once you get that foundation up, don't quit. Continue to move on. And I would like to thank you for coming to check out the weekly wisdom today. And I want to let you know if you'd like to get in touch with me for more in depth reading, you can go to Kimbaley, KIMBALEY.com. And also, if you're interested in astronumerology consultations, you can also connect with me at kimbaley.com. You can get your personal reports. You can get your yearly forecast, which I suggest. And I also suggest that you get your business report if you are thinking about building that new business, or if you already have a new business and you just want to make sure that you are in alignment for success with your business. That's what I do. I help you numerically align your business so that it can be more successful. Some of the things that I offer are the business astronumerology reports, business name analysis and alignment, forecasting, mission and brand identity, target audience profile, and best business days and key numbers. It's important to know your business birthdays as well as your personal birthdays because they can help you launch at the right time. They can help you lay back during those times that it's time for you to lay back, and so many other things can be done with the business astronumerology. You can schedule a free 30-minute consultation with me, and I'll talk to you a little bit more in depth about what astronumerology for business is. And I can get to know a little more about you and your business, and I can suggest what the next step might be for you. And once again, that website is Kimbaley, KimbaleyDot.com. Thank you so much for joining. I love you to life. This is how you manifest on purpose.